Bitcoin has been seeing an absolutely beautiful breakout today, and for those of you who have been tuned into my channel here, you should not have been caught off guard by this, because the way I mapped this out on my video on Friday here, this has basically played out exactly. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but you know what old buddy Carl would always say, exactly as predicted. I was talking about this trend line here having 3 nice touch points. I figured that if we got a break from this line, we would come back, retest this line, and shoot to the top side and get our 3rd touch point of this triangle that at the time I was considering invalid until we got that 3rd touch point. But I was very vocal in that video that I figured if we broke this trend line, we'd end up getting that 3rd touch point. And even right down to the point where I was talking about I would like to see that 3rd touch point and a little bit of a rejection, just so that quite often if we only have 2 touch points, and I'm not considering these 2 on their own, I am considering this a touch point, this a touch point, and this a touch point. Not only do we have 3 touch points, but they're so evenly spaced out apart. This was an absolutely beautiful triangle, so it was really not too surprising to get that 3rd touch point, in my opinion. But yeah, basically I played along from this retest. I closed my position up here. I was just playing the range, just saying that, you know, this could be resistance. We may just get a fake out and drop down and just plummet to hell. But you know, after we ended up getting that 3rd valid touch point and we broke above here, I did play the breakout trade as well. I was showing it on my YouTube channel. Actually, here is where I posted this video. Be sure to check it out, because you guys, I made some very good points in this video about how I look at the charts, some things. I know a lot of people don't like trading chart patterns and that sort of thing, but when I do it, I have a strict set of rules, I guess. So I was just very vocal about what I thought was going to happen, and it played out absolutely pinpoint accurate here. So yeah, like I said, I got in another trade here. I can just show you. Yeah, basically you can see I played the breakout 28,435. So yeah, basically just before we were breaking out, I guess, we broke above. I ended up just taking a position basically as we retested that line there and got an absolutely beautiful breakout. One thing that's interesting is I was actually, well, I shouldn't even say fairly certain, but I was just saying to watch out for this level, this upward sloping resistance line. I thought we might get a 3rd touch point there and get rejected. That hasn't stopped us. I closed most of my position. I left some run because that's what I love to do. I love just leaving a bit of a position open just in case, because this thing might just take the hell off. I might actually add into my position, because I could bump up my stop loss so much since my entry is from way down here. I could bump up my stop loss quite a bit, so I'm tempted to add back into my position with this breakout just in case. Because honestly, guys, I think that the next week or 2 is going to be buyer heavy, let's just say, for the price of Bitcoin. Obviously, it doesn't have to happen. Anything can happen, but I just want to bring your attention to, I guess, our previous market cycle here. I've been quite vocal about this, that I figured that, you know, this is a very important level of resistance, just because it was such a strong level of support in the past when we were trading in this range here. But even since we were trading down at these levels, I was saying that we're going to have to watch what happens at these levels, because what happened last market cycle is, myself included with what I'm about to say, is a lot of traders got wrecked here because everyone thought this was such a perfect technical analysis, such a strong level of support flipping into resistance. And when you really look at the chart, I mean, we got the exact same thing happening right now, pretty much. Is that, you know, we were facing this strong resistance here, but the price was not getting rejected. The price was just consolidating sideways, tapping away at resistance rather than getting that harsh rejection. And that's basically what we have playing out right now. I mean, even the same amount of time, we had 4 or 5 weeks here just trading sideways right below that box. Here, what do we have? We're on week 5, 4 or 5 here, that we're just tapping away at resistance, and now it looks like we're trying to get through. So obviously anything can happen. This could just absolutely get some kind of a fake out and then test back down much lower, or even breaking our lows and going much lower. I personally don't think that's too likely, because we did break this structure, this lower high structure, on a macro time frame. So I mean, even that Like, that's very close to a resist support flip there, but I'm honestly more interested to see what happens here. And the fact that we did not get that harsh rejection here right away, and we're just trading sideways, tapping away at resistance, I just can't help but feel there's some fuel left in the tank. And you guys know I've been talking about this for months, that I think we're going to end up testing up higher towards 48K. And I've taken shit about that, you guys, from many different people, saying that just how ridiculous that is. I mean, I remember when this level was ridiculous. People were telling me I was ridiculous for thinking that we were going to pump to 25K. And even at that time, I was already calling for this 48K. I do think that there's a bull trap around the corner. I just think it's going to be a lot higher than people like, let's say, Capo and, you know, the infamous bears of the Twitter space. You know, a lot of people are thinking we've been overextended basically since we were at these levels. I know the chart looks overextended, but again, on a weekly time frame, this isn't anything too crazy. All we basically have is some kind of a falling wedge, really, when you really map it out like that. That's just some kind of a big falling wedge, which is generally a bullish pattern that we broke out of. Even got that perfect fucking retest there. So yeah, I just can't get rid of my bullish bias right now. Like I said, I think there is going to be a bull trap. We're going to have to be a little bit cautious. I mean, I am very bullish, but I'm cautious about it. I absolutely understand the possibilities of a big fake out, of getting a rejection here, but honestly, I trade shorter time frames anyways. A lot of you guys who are my followers here know that I love the degen time frames. I'm more of a scalper, to be honest, but when I can get into these positions, I mean, this is powerful that I was able to, you know, just take a bit of an entry, take a bit of a scalp, and start taking profits along the way up and just letting some ride, and it's turned into a beautiful swing play over the course of the day, so no complaints there. So yeah, I just really wanted to bring this to your attention, guys, that try not to be blindsided here. If we end up just blasting through this, don't necessarily... I gotta be careful how I say this, just don't necessarily think that we have to be overextended just because indicators are saying so, because at the end of the day, structure is what matters in the chart. And yes, it's great when you have indicators lining up with that structure. That's absolutely great. But if you start looking at indicators too early, they can be a lagging sign in the market. Well, they generally are lagging indicators. So the price doesn't necessarily have to reverse just because things start to look overextended. Yes, obviously be cautious about it when things are looking overextended. Honestly, the way it is right now, I'm glad I'm in a position from down here, because that just takes a lot of stress off my mind, because right now I don't know what I would do for a position. If I wasn't in one right now, I would be scared to take a position here, even though, yes, I absolutely see the potential for a big breakout here of this even bigger channel. But the fact is, we only had these two perfect touch points before. It could absolutely be some kind of a fake out, and we close back down below this, respect it as resistance, and get shot back down and retest this old resistance level. I mean, this was obviously a significant level in the market, had our three very accurate touch points there. So it's a very strong trend line, and it would make a lot of sense if we do test back down there. Now, I'm not one who wants to stand in front of a frickin' train, so I'm not going to try and short the top by any means. I am glad that I can just let this long position run, and like I said, I'm hoping I can just add back into it, because really I could keep the stop loss below the structure down here if I add a little bit, and still have a very loose, comfortable, profitable stop loss there. So yeah, I'm in a good position right now. Hopefully you guys did catch this video on Friday, because I outlined this absolutely perfectly. Like I said, caught this break, just this range play, and as well the breakout, which were both outlined in my video just 3 days ago. So that was one of those cases, guys, where I was able to plan well in advance, watch the chart do its thing, took some scalps in between, but yes, I was able to just maximize some profits just by being ready for this move. I had absolutely zero stress about it, because it was just playing out exactly as I figured that it would. That's a very good position to be in. So anyways, like I said, guys, be cautious out there. I just see a lot of similarities right now between these last 4 or 5 weeks here, just tapping away at resistance, just like we did back here at our previous bear market. So just be a little cautious. I've been vocal about the fact that I personally think the bear trap's going to be up much higher when everybody FOMOs in just below 50K thinking, hey, I want to be in before Bitcoin gets its blue sky breakout. I think this is the level, not only for the structure here, also the 618 Fibonacci resistance lining up very close to that level. I've been talking about that for quite some time. There's just a lot of things, a lot of reasons why I think we could get rejected up a little bit higher, actually a lot higher at this point. But that's kind of the area that I'm watching. And what I want to see from that point, if we do get a rejection here, I would love to see this, basically the price of Bitcoin just totally reclaim this support box. If we can reclaim this support box, get a weekly close above this red line, that's when my spacesuit is going on, and I think we are going to go absolutely parabolic. But I don't think we're there yet. I personally think that, you know, it's going to take some time to play out. This is a weekly chart. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it took a couple months to get up to these levels, but just be cautious. Like I said, it's not a train I'm willing to stand in front. I have zero interest in shorting right now, unless it's maybe a very quick scalp or something like that. But for the most part, I'm holding on to my moon boy bias, and that's how it's going to stand. So anyways, guys, hopefully you found some value in this video. If you did, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And with that, I'm out. Stay safe, my friends. Peace.